Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you the exact process I have when I create an email design for an ecom or CPG brand for the email marketing. Let's do it. My name is Alexander Jimenez. I'm the founder and CEO of IX Media. We help CPG and ecom brands scale their business using email marketing. Proofs in the pudding. Just check out the description. Links in the bio for our website. Just check it out. So here we go. Alright, let's go. Okay, so first thing, just as a side note, I just ignore my my head over there. I just decided in post-production, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to voice this over because I was just yapping for no reason. But anyways, yeah, so kind of walking through my process. Obviously, the first thing, and I mentioned this through multiple videos I made, and it's literally just like finding some inspiration, right? Obviously, like you want to find a brand through either email.com or really good emails that you could just base it off of. Really, the main thing with this is just make sure that you have a brand that's similar to your style of branding. So, for example, like I think this is Fly By Gin. They're really similar to Points in the sense that they're very colorful and poppy. So I was like, yeah, you know what, might as well use them for an email design, and they make pretty decent emails, so I was like, why not? Okay, another thing you're gonna see too is like so as you can see, like I just put the Points logo in. This is more for like beginners or anybody that's like kind of just starting out or just kind of new to the email marketing in general. Even with your own brand, it's like the first email is gonna be the hardest, but it gets 100 times easier. And it's not what the reason you actually might think. It's not like really emotional or motivational or anything. It's it's literally just for the fact that like a lot of the content you have, you're gonna have to do for the first time for the first emails. So for example, like each one of those products I put, like the chocolate, the dark chocolate, peanut chocolate, white chocolate, like I had to cut those out and like get the background out and just make and have like edit the look so it looks more poppy, if that's a word. But yeah, same thing with you guys. Like if you're listening to this video and you're like, oh man, I gotta make this first email, don't be like scared or anything. Like just make it, just get your content in, and just like it's gonna be easier in the long term, because the more content you build and create, from the logo to the product images to the wordings to the color to the brand colors to really anything, it's really just a matter of fact of just like getting it for the first time. And once you have it for the first time, you don't really have to worry about it, because you're going to be able to use it again and again and again. Another thing I'm going to point out, is you're about to see me do it right now, is something really pop. It's not even pop. It's just like really well known in email marketing. Is some either call it a reverse pyramid or a reverse triangle. And all it is, and you could see me doing it live right now, it's literally just when you have a like a big title or headline in the top, and then the second thing that comes right under it is it's just a little shorter. It's not as wide. That's the word. It's wide. It's not as wide, and then it keeps going down until the bottom. So obviously you see the Instagram, that's the top thing, and then the point subscription, it's a little lower and the width is not as much, and then it funnels down all the way to the join now button. So like people's eyes could be directed from the top all the way to the bottom, so they're not kind of like, oh, where do I read next? So anyways, yeah, that's a reverse triangle right there, to make it look a little better. But yeah, another thing I was mentioning too is like for any type of email, obviously most of the time, unless it's like a 1-1-1 email, I kind of mentioned in one of the other videos, you're gonna want to have like a bunch of, not a bunch, but like some type of reason why people should actually be buying. For value statement, obviously it's a little bit different, because like this is a little bit more heavy promotional based, and I'll give you context on the email. But a lot of the times, like you want to have some type of feature and benefit going into the email, even if it's something small. Especially if you know it's like there's like one thing that crushes for your brand as far as like feature goes, or a benefit goes, or a solution it provides. You could especially mention that in your email marketing. So for like Points, like one of the biggest things is like, and don't mind that text that you'll see in the bottom, because that's from a previous email. But like one of the biggest things is like that it's sugar. It has like really low sugar, and it's healthier than M&Ms, and it's like no artificial flavorings and dyes and all that. So obviously like you're gonna mention all those things, and then another little small thing to make people buy it. And then I tested this one out for this email. I'm gonna do it way later into the video, but just call me napping. But another big thing is like you don't need a lot of things like features and benefits in your email. Just have one or two things, even just one thing that just crushes. And what I mean by that is make the offer so good that people feel stupid say no. Obviously I did not say that, or I just did, but Alex Ramosi, I guess, like coined it or whatever. But yeah, it's really smart, because at the end of the day, like for some people, free shipping is like all they need. And at the end of the day, if you have that one thing, or there's free shipping, or like if in this case it's 10,000 happy customers that Points has had, or maybe you have like, if you have like a big scooter that costs like a few $100 or thousands of dollars, you have like free 60-day returns, or you're not the first, like I put right there. Have that one thing that just crushes, that makes people say like, okay, this one thing is gonna make me kind of go through and purchase the actual product or service I'm offering. And then obviously, just to give you, you can probably read it right now. For this email, like really early into the video, I decided I was gonna make this a subscription based email. So it's just kind of promote the subscription points, pun intended. But yeah, so just giving you some context. One of the big things you could see me doing, not only this one, but like I'm kind of scrolling through a bunch of different emails because it's like that one template. And I'll talk about Canva in a second. But it's having a lot of, this is really important, having a lot of either images, videos, or GIFs of people actually using your product. I think I mentioned like one of my past videos, like social proof is so important. And I think it's like Robert Cialdini said in one of his books, Persuasion. But one of the 6 or 7 most important or biggest factors of influence is literally the fact of having a social proof, right? And social proof in the case of like, okay, have people used it before? How many people? Especially, are the people that have used this thing and gotten a good benefit from it similar to me? Are they similar to the avatar you're targeting? So in this case, I'm targeting people that obviously have, it's not their first purchase. They've purchased points a few times, but more importantly, they've done it enough times where it seems like it'd be more beneficial to them to actually get a subscription. In this case, it's just like a really subscription to like get points and all that, and just like a 15-day renewal thing. But that's really important. And I'm kind of noticing this is ASMR, but yeah, so that's really important. Just have that one thing that kind of crushes for you guys. Anyways, aside from that, you can kind of see here I'm matching the colors. Don't be afraid to like go really broad with your colors and your color schemes and trying new things out. With this brand in particular, like, we're very open to like testing new things that we really haven't done before. In this case, I'm using like the little triangles. I think we've done it like once ever before. Funny enough, I think it was from another Fly by Jing email. But don't be afraid of testing new things out. And then more importantly, it's like once you find that one thing that crushes, do it again and again and again. I think a lot of people get stuck in the let me keep A/B testing for such a long period of time that you clearly know the results. You clearly know that something's better than the other option that you have running, and that you don't actually optimize for it. So what I would say is just like see A/B test it, see like what email design does better, or what subject line, or what preview text, whatever the thing you're testing out is. But then once you know that, the next iteration you do it, make sure that you're basing it off the best thing that worked out. So for example, if I'm making an A/B test of like design versus text for a specific let's say holiday email, and for some reason the text-based email crushed for this particular holiday, the next time don't say, okay, I'm going to test the design and a text-based email again. No, say, okay, text emails work best in this case for holiday emails. Let me do another text-based email for both A/B tests. So now you're doing only text-based emails, not design-based, and then A/B test something else in that. So that way you're actually getting better every single time while actually seeing the proof of your results. So you're actually seeing, okay, like I'm A/B testing 2 different things. I'm actually doing what the actual results gave me, instead of just saying, okay, another A/B test between text-based and design-based, another one. It's like, what's the point if you're not going to optimize for it? But again, that's a little side note, a little rant I went on to. And then another thing you're kind of seeing this is like I'm obviously like wanting to make it like very eye catchy. Like you don't want to make people have to think about where they're gonna go. You want to make it super easy. Like just think people are like dead, not dead, but like please don't think they're dead. But God bless them. But think people are just like in, I don't know, like zombie mode or something like that. They're just absolutely like done when they're reading your emails. And I'm just kind of glitching, but as I was saying, like make sure like the things that you're saying, make sure that the bullet points or the things you have, like the features and benefits, are very very easy to read. Kind of like I was explaining the reverse pyramid and reverse triangle. It's the reason it's a funnel is because it directs people from the main subject or headline you're giving them all the way to the bottom, which in this case is like a CTA. In most cases it's CTA. So like right there, you kind of saw for a second, I had like the really big text, like okay, like the one thing that crushes, like 1 year free shipping, 60-day payment terms, up to 20% off your orders. And then right here, I'm obviously editing like the little description of each little thing. So it's good to give them like a little bit more context, and especially if you're making like a email that's like asking for a bigger ask than normal, because this is like a subscription, so it's more than just ordering normal. Actually, it's about the same than ordering normal package, just a subscription. But you get the point. Like make sure the things, like you have this one really big bullet point or headline that's easy to read, easy to digest, and then you could go into like a separate thing where I have a separate column, like right there. Every month you'll get exclusive access, blah blah blah. But the point is, like, make sure like you get that one big thing that you're trying to convey to your audience very, very clear, and then you could have like a little description going into it more, which also like you could use in reverse pyramids too. Like, imagine it's when your free shipping would be at the top, the description, like the little bio, would be in the bottom, kind of like filling it out a little shorter, and then a CTA would be at the bottom. Same thing here, reverse pyramid. In this case, I don't have a CTA button because it just makes sense in this one. Like, I have like the points, and I'm gonna add like you'll see the subscription. But yeah, right there. But like, it's pretty much a reverse pyramid. I just have the product image right there, just kind of going in there. But at the end of the day, like, it's literally a perfect definition of a reverse pyramid, reverse triangle for that. Another big thing I would say is, like, be very not open, but be very resourceful is the word. Obviously, like, with this point, like, obviously, like, you're seeing like, oh, like, you know, he has the colors and this and that. Like, one really, really basic example of being resourceful is like the logo, like that logo points. I pretty much had to make it from scratch. Not the entire logo, not the entire logo. Obviously, like the frame and everything was there, like the actual font and everything. But the colors were, it was literally just black and white. So, like, one of the first things I did when I hopped onto, you know, the company, I was like, all right, let me redesign the logo just to match a lot of their content, because they're very cartoony and they have a bunch of characters. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't really match well with the audience if it's just going to be like a boring, not boring, but just like a black or white logo on the top, and then you're kind of funneling down to the down to like random characters. It doesn't really have that counterbalance. So pretty much what I'm saying, just be very resourceful. Like, another thing too is like the characters and everything. I had to like filter out the background and make those characters shine and pop in some cases. But, like, again, just make sure you're being really resourceful. Perfect example, I'm going on their Instagram of this, and you'll see I'm going to make a GIF out of this, so I'll show you that process. I literally just learned this, so it's really, really, really cool. But pretty much what I'm getting at is, like, be resourceful with your Instagram too. If you know this company, if you're a freelancer, or maybe you have your own agency, or even if you have your own company, like, say, okay, what things do I have right now? Do I have Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? What platforms am I running on? What videos do I have? What content can I grab? And let me plug it into my email marketing. That's especially huge when you have an audience that loves seeing your stuff being used live. Like, in this case, like, you know, with Tyler, the founder of Points, like, he, I don't think he does it anymore, but at that time, like, he used to go to like a lot of like retail and specialty stores, mainly specialty stores, and just like kind of offer points off to like random people going into the stores. But I'm like, okay, well, let's use that. And funny enough, I haven't used that in a minute, because I've been focused on with like a bunch of other kind of creative design aspects and decisions. But like, in this case, like right there, that kid, like, he was obviously like, I asked Tyler, I'm like, okay, do you have anybody else that like you know, has used points or any more background videos? And he was like, yeah. So he sent me some stuff over. And again, that's just like being resourceful. So here with just really quickly to make a GIF, all you want to do is you want to go to like get the actual image. In this case, it was on Instagram. Download it. You don't have to do this extra step because I had to get it from Instagram. But if you were to have the image, you don't have to do this. But if you're getting it from Instagram, download it. Go into like Canva. And then just make sure, like in this case, like that background, you see like it matches like the tannish. Just edit it through there. So again, just make sure you get the video, put it as an actual video in your either Canva or Figma or whatever the case is, the place you're editing it, and then just make it seem like that part of the image. Make sure it's like its width is the same as about like what you would have it as the email or as the original email, because like, and the reason you don't want to do it in the other one is because like here, I'll explain. The reason you don't want to have it in the long email I had originally, and I had to make this separate kind of file, is because like Klaviyo won't allow it as a normal file. It has to get into GIF, and it's hard for me to. There probably is a way, but for right now, like, there's not really a way to make it go into the long thing without cutting it. I'm kind of rambling on, but just put it simply, like, you just want to make another file for this, just fitting it perfectly. I think also, yeah, right, I'll show you right now. But yeah, go to Easy GIFs. Really, really easy, pun intended. But Easy GIFs. Upload the image. Upload that image, like that one. And then you're just gonna go there, upload it to Easy GIFs. You're gonna make that GIF specifically. It just depends. Play around with the settings, like 10, whatever. And then from there, you're gonna upload it directly to Klaviyo. But what that does is it takes an MP4 or a video and turns it into a GIF. So Klaviyo right there, you could see I matched it all together. Now it's kind of flowing directly. But again, you just want to make sure, and it doesn't have to be Easy GIFs. I'm kind of just letting you go from there. And then yeah, that's the final design. Obviously, make sure you link all the buttons together. Like, you're gonna have to cut your email, everybody. But anyways, yeah, that was the video. But anyways, hope the video helped out. There's a lot of different nuances to the whole email marketing game. But at least this video kind of walked you through my process. So hopefully it did help you out in at least one way or another. Again, if you have a CPG or an ecom brand that wants to scale their business using not only email marketing, but it just in general, like wants to scale their business by a potential even 30% of what you guys are making right now, or just double your email marketing revenue, let us know. Again, link is in the description, ixmedia.biz. Just check us out. The proof's in the pudding, like always. But yeah, anyways, hope this video helped out. This is Alexander Jimenez signing out. Peace.